Happy Friday, everyone. Over 20,000 Palestinian children have been killed since October 7 in Gaza. Dozens of kids and adults in Gaza have been starved to death in refugee camps in Gaza City. Kids and adults are being shot at and killed over food and water. We have lost our humanity. I don't understand why and how this is happening. Innocent civilian children and adults are being killed. When does this end? And we need to talk about it. I know this is very uncomfortable, but we need to talk about it. And where does this lie? It needs to end. So, welcome back, everyone, to That's It. It's very upsetting and sad to see what's going on in Gaza, how young kids and adults are being starved to death, being shot to death because all they want is food and water. Now, the Israel government is now not allowing humanitarian aid to assist and to help these people that desperately need help. And I just don't understand why they're doing this. You know what I mean? I do understand the whole point why they're doing this because basically, in a nutshell, and a lot of people may disagree with me, this is genocide. This is ethnic cleansing. They want to get rid of all, the Palestinians, children, the adults, so they can just wipe them out of their city and claim it. And that's what the what's his name, Prime Minister Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu. He's basically that's what he wants to do. That's what he always wanted to do. That was his plan from the get go. And to me, it's just very disgusting and unhumane for this prime minister to continue to do this to innocent children, okay, that did not ask for this war, that did not wanted this war, okay? And I know that, this is another country and it had nothing to do with us. Well, unfortunately, under President Joe Biden, his administrator, he got involved. He got involved into the war of October 7th and he inserted himself into this war. He basically used our taxpaying money to fund this war, and now it's our problem. We have to deal with it. Okay, now that President Trump is in office now with his administrator, now he's trying to deal with the aftermath, and hopefully there will be a ceasefire and then the war will end. But apparently it seems like it's not going to end anytime soon. And I just don't understand that President has the power to end this. I don't know why he's being so chummy chum with Bibi and Yahoo and just not doing anything. Obviously, he sees, and the people are telling him, Trump, that innocent children are being starved, being killed. And I just don't understand why he's not doing anything about it. Like he's waiting for Gaza to have a ceasefire and have them stop. He should put a stop to it. He is the president of the United States. He has the power to end this and tell Benjamin Netanyahu to end this, to put an end to this and stop this right now because children are being starved to death left and right. Do you know that 19 children been died in the last 3 months? Starving population. This is a war crime in Gaza. Okay, this is a war crime. They're trying to displace these people. Okay, move them out. Okay, they're trying to have lack of quality care. They don't even know when their next meal they're going to get. And this is the worst of the worst, you guys. And we all need to wake up and see what's happening here. And this is very sad. Like when I saw footage of starving children and babies, it broke my heart. I was literally in tears at work that I had to remove myself and pull myself together so my coworker or my boss don't come up and ask me, what's wrong, Cheryl? What's wrong? It's absolutely disgusting what's happening there. And no one's not doing anything about it to stop this. These are starving children, you guys, which I'm going to show you videos of. And it's very disturbing. If you don't have the stomach for it, then I ask you not to watch it. But you know what? We need to see this. We need to see what's going on here. Okay, these are innocent children that did not ask again to be involved in this war. And I feel like they're innocent bystanders. I don't feel like they should be suffered or adults should be suffered because the government had issues with Gaza. Now, I just want to make this very clear. Gaza is a terrorist a community, a terrorist people. I don't condone that at all. I don't even condone violence. Okay, I am for pro-life. And I made that very, very clear in the beginning of my videos in the past. I am for pro-life. I'm not taking either side with Israel or the Palestinians. I'm not doing that. I'm pro-life. And when it comes to innocent children and babies, that's when, I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. I can't. A woman like me who have four nieces, and I'm trying to be a mother myself, that is difficult to watch and see starving children left and right. Left and right. It's utterly disgusting. It's pure evil. And I know that the people from Israel, I know, and I'm not talking about the people, I'm not blaming the people from Israel, because I know some of them are probably thinking this is disgusting, that this is not right. Obviously, they can't say anything because they have to pick a side. They have to pick their people's side. And I know majority of them are saying this is wrong, what Israel, the government of Israel are doing. They're probably saying that, but they can't speak it out loud. Okay? I have Jewish friends. I have most utterly respect for Jewish people in any race. And this is not about that. But this is basically about, you guys, it's just kids are being starved to death. Kids don't have any parents, okay? Some of them are on their own. And then you have this people, the aides, are helping them, trying to feed them, trying to nurse them back to health and stuff like that. And then the Israel government is not allowing that. Why? Why? Why they're not allowing this? This is absolutely just ridiculous, and it's just not right. And I want to show you footage of the video, and I just have to say, well, I just want to show you an article so you don't, that you don't know, but that you're not aware of. But I just want to read this article on AP News, and it clearly says dozens of kids and adults in Gaza have been starved to death in July as hunger surge. So there's a surge going on, you guys. This is serious. This is a surge going on in Gaza. Okay, kids are fighting for their life to get food and water, and then you have the people from Israel, the government is shooting at them. Why? All they want is food and water. All they want is shelter, and then you pushing them to the refugee camps. Okay, thinking that if they can't take this anymore, then they can just displace themselves to Egypt or other places, when you could just easily take them in, but you don't want to do that. You just want to eliminate them and erase them and just move them out of their country, which is just utterly disgusting. Utterly disgusting. You're just as worse as the terrorists in Gaza. You're just as worse because what you're doing to these children is absolutely disgusting. So I want you guys to take a listen to this video, and it is just heartbreaking. So take a listen.
In the past 24 hours, 15 Palestinians, including a 6-week-old baby, have starved to death in Gaza, according to the health ministry. The UN says even their own medical workers have collapsed from the lack of food. Doctors from Al Shifa Hospital warn the numbers are increasing quickly, with most patients presenting to emergency not suffering from war injuries, but severe malnutrition.
There's another video I want to share about this young kid, and it just broke my heart. Like, he's just eating sand. Yeah, sand. Because he's saying that how starving he is, and no one's not helping him, and he needs help. But you know what? Don't take my word for it. Just hear what he has to say. Okay, let's go. Sorry, guys. Why this video is not pulling up? Oh, okay. My bad. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong one. Forgive me. What they're doing is wrong. What they're doing is absolutely wrong. Okay? And this should not be acceptable. Like President Trump should put a stop to this and let that Prime Minister Benjamin Bibi Netanyahu, like this has to end. You, innocent children are being starved to death and killed, and I'm very surprised that he has not stepped up and say anything or do anything. I really am, and this should be disturbing to you guys. Like this should be absolutely disturbing. The next video I'm going to share with you is a mother in Gaza explaining that one of her sons died due to starvation.
I'm calling on the whole world, anyone who can hear my voice. My son died of malnutrition, lack of food, lack of water. I keep going from one place to the next looking for milk for my children. They keep turning me away. My children haven't eaten since yesterday.
The only thing in the markets available now are lentils and a few potatoes. We feed 20,000 people daily, but unfortunately we can't make enough food. Demand is too great.
Look at these beautiful children, innocent, beautiful children. Do you think that's right? Seriously, do you think that's right? They're desperately looking for food and water. That's all they want. Like I said, they didn't ask to be involved in this war. They don't even know what war is. And for you to deny them food and water, and you saying that they're getting food and water, the aides are helping them. Apparently not, because you won't even let your journalists go over there to report it. Because you know, the Israel government, they know that if they have their other journalists report the news, then they will see what they've been doing this whole time. Okay? They know exactly what they're doing. They're trying to erase, eliminate, and displace all these people in Gaza. Okay? All these innocent people. And it's just utterly disgusting. They're pure evil. The government, not the people from Israel. I'm not mentioning the people in Israel because, like I said, I like all Jewish people. I'm criticizing the government in Israel because what they're doing is despicable and disgusting. And they're going to get their day. They are. Because you just cannot do that to innocent children that have nothing to do with this war, they didn't do anything to you at all. And for you to do that is genocide. Point blank, period. I don't care how many ways you slice it and dice it. That is genocide what they're doing. And I don't care what anyone tells me. It's ethnic cleansing. That's what they're doing. They're getting rid of these people because that's what Benjamin Bibi Yahoo wants to do. That's his plan from the get-go because he wants to take over the West Bank. Okay? He wants to take over. He wants to rule everything. Okay? Now, the last video that I want to share with you is a Piers Morgan video that this woman, Danielle West, was doing a video with, an interview with Piers Morgan, and they were talking about Gaza and then about starving children. And this woman is just evil, okay? She has no compassion, no empathy for the children. When Piers Morgan asks her questions about the children, she refused to answer it. She said this ridiculous comment, which I'm going to let you listen to in her own words. That woman is pure evil, and I'm saying it to her. If she's listening or not, I know I'm nobody. I know I'm not popular, but I just want to address this to Daniela. You're evil. You're this most sick, disgusting human being ever. For you not to acknowledge or answer Piers Morgan's question in regards to the starving children in Gaza, and then the comment that you mentioned, you disgust me. Okay, you are pure evil, and may God have mercy on your soul. Where is the lack of empathy to these children? Where is your compassion? You have none because you couldn't even answer the simple question that Piers Morgan asked you. You derail the question. You disgust me as a human being. You disgust me. They let you take a listen to the video and you can hear her own words, what she has to say.
How do you feel about the fact that over 20,000 Palestinian children have now been killed since October the 7th in Gaza?
I think that the Palestinians, as you said, I said Palestinians, the Gazans and all Arabs around should stop attacking Israel.
Right, I just asked you how you felt about 20,000 children being killed by the IDF. So how do you feel about that?
I think that the parents should be very careful before they teach the children to hate Jews and to kill Jews.
No, that wasn't my question.
Pause. She couldn't even answer this simple question. That was not his question. You dumb idiot. I'm sorry. She's an idiot. That's not the question that he asked you. You see, she can't even answer it, okay? She wants these children. She's happy that they're dead. She's happy that 20,000 children in Gaza are dead since October 7th. She can't even answer a simple question.
That wasn't my question.
Simple answer, excuse me.
Sorry to be persistent, but my question...
That was your question.
My question was, how do you feel? Answer. My question was, how do you feel? How do you personally feel about over 20,000 Palestinian children now being killed since October the 7th in Gaza? How do you feel about that?
I think that Arabs, Gazans or Jordanians or Syrians, whoever, should be very, very careful with the way they educate the children.
Yeah, that wasn't my question. That wasn't my question.
Many of them.
Can you answer my question?
She can't answer the question.
That was my answer.
So you don't care? You have no thoughts about these children at all?
You choose your questions, and I answer them the way I believe is right.
But just to be clear, you have nothing to say about 20,000 children being killed. Nothing at all.
I have a lot to say about everything that happened as a result of the massacre of the 7th of October.
I understand you care about Israeli
Arabs
children who died, as do I. But I'm able to care about both sides.
I agree. I care about the Israelis' children and the Gaza's children as well. Why do we have to pick one or the other? These are innocent children, whether they're in Israeli or Gaza. Innocent. It's just common sense, you guys. There shouldn't be a side picked. And I agree with Piers Morgan. It should be all children should be safe. All children should not be killed. It should not be one or the other. They didn't ask for this war again. And if for her to not answer that simple question, and she could not answer, she's just pathetic. Pathetic.
Children who've died. Why don't you care, seemingly, about the Palestinian children who've died? Why can't you express any sympathy or sorrow or empathy with the children who've died in Gaza? Are you able to do that?
I warn all Arabs from all sides, from all borders, warn them, stop educating children to hate
So just to be clear, I've now offered you three times.
I made myself very clear.
Oh, you made yourself very clear.
You asked me 5 times.
I'm going to give you one last...
You asked me 7 times.
Okay, I'm going to give you one last chance to offer some empathy or sympathy or sorrow about the deaths of 20,000 children in Gaza. Are you capable of doing that?
I can tell you that had you cared, and I don't believe you that you care a tiny bit about one killed person, if you do not use the means that you have as a media person to stop educating children.
I gave you 4 chances.
Jews. Right. Okay, you gave me 7. You gave me 7.
And you know what? You couldn't give a damn, could you?
That you are to blame more than me.
You don't care, and all you want is all the Palestinians gone. You can barely even bring yourself to say their name. All you want is to take over the West Bank and Gaza. You don't care how many die in the process. You want them all gone. You don't care, do you?
Exactly. She don't give a shit. She is evil. That woman is pure evil. And I hope and pray that God has mercy on that woman's soul. I don't wish her no ill will, but I pray that God has mercy on her soul and soften her heart. For her to not have empathy, sorrow, like Piers Morgan said, some type of compassion for these children, it sickened me. She's just evil. She could not even answer the question. That was just so hard for her. Okay? That was just so hard for her to do. She's just evil. She disgusts me. And I'm going to pray for her. I really am. I'm going to pray for her that God will soften her heart and make her realize that these innocent children deserve life too. They deserve any possible chance in life to get through this war. And hopefully we have a ceasefire, because no innocent children from the Palestinians or the Israelis should be murdered, starved to death, any kind of source at all, whatsoever. And we just all need to take a stand and look and see and ask ourselves, what is right here? Okay? It should not be picking a side. It should be coming together, even though this is not our war, because we're in the United States. But you know what? They made it our business. They show us the videos and the footage, and it's our business to talk about it and put these people held accountable for this and for this to stop. Because at the end of the day, these innocent children are suffering. They're suffering. And we have to look into ourselves, into our hearts, to pray for these children, to pray for the mothers that seeing their children being starved to death left and right, and they can't do nothing about it. But pray and hope for the best, that there will be a ceasefire. And these people, the government don't have no empathy. They just want to get rid of them, erase them, let they never exist. It's pure evil. It's inhumane evil, you guys. Evil. And I'm going to continue to pray for them. I'm going to continue to pray on both countries, because they need the prayer that this will stop, the war will stop, and no more bloodshed, no more children and adults are being starved to death left and right. That there will be a ceasefire, and I pray that President Trump will do something about this and end this now. It's been going on way too long, way too long. 20,000 children dead. 19 children are being starved to death. No water, no food. They're trying to get aid and they're stopping it. It has to stop, period. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you so much for watching. That's it. And I will see you guys next time. And have a great weekend. Take care and God bless.